Good morning. Welcome to today's session. It is absolutely important for me to put this video out so that we can begin to align ourselves and take informed risk based on what the structure is giving us. When we have a gain, it is absolutely important to know how to keep our gain. Of course, if we know that we're going to be seeing corrections and it appears as if it's going to be deep, I think it would be nice and it would be wisdom for us to relinquish position. And if the structure changes, then we can apply ourselves and know where to re-enter our position. So I want to be showing us some things in terms of structure and what we are seeing here. Because if you're not careful, our sentiment is we are seeing this as an ABC correction that may likely break here. That's on the high time frame. But whatever the structure gives us and the actions, the price actions and the interplay we see on the lower time frame kind of dictate how we are moving. So far in our movement, it's not been that bright, it's not been that sharp as I would expect. And again, the kind of pullbacks we have here that we call ABC also is not deep enough. So I might think that something is amiss somewhere. You might be seeing this as an ABC, but we have to tread cautiously and carefully seeing this structure. Now, on the monthly time frame, what we know we are correcting so far is that we are correcting this last monthly time frame wave. That is what I can say. But how long are we going to go? Then we need to begin to look at the internal structure of this current wave. This is a monthly time frame. Have we broken any monthly structure that was created by the last wave? Maybe here is where we have broken a structure. We have broken a structure here. We actually broke it before we started this move A, B, and a C. So, and after breaking this structure, price seems to be going further up. We should expect price to continue to go up and move up. Then we should ask ourselves another question. What if price begin to descend and descend to break down? Is it possible? Maybe yes. Is it a high probability? Maybe no. So it's a low probability that price is going to break the low and begin to move down. But it is more higher probability that price is going to continue to go up. Is there any probability that price may fail and begin to go down? Yes. So we are looking at the price failing to the upside is a low probability. Price moving to the downside is a low probability. So price going to the upside is high probability. Price going to the low side is low probability. But every side of the coin, do exist. And we're going to tread carefully. Now, the monthly time frame structure has been broken here. If you go to the weekly, weekly structure was broken also here. So we have broken both the monthly and the weekly. But what I'm seeing here, it's looking bizarre to me. After this A wave and ABC of B, And if we should do at least, if it's going to be an ABC correction, we should at least pull towards 100% extension that we've not done for us to see more downside. For us to see more downside. If this is ABC and we have finished this, so if this one is going to go like this, the way this is coming down might, tend to become a very deep correction. Where this first move will now become a 2, a 1, and what is coming down may become a 2. Or we should expect, because as this has given a 1 and a 2 here, this is supposed to be the third wave, but it's rather too small to be a third wave. And if it's as if we are seeing the internal structure of the first third wave, if it's going to be a deep pullback, which ideally with this kind of wave here, movement here, I should not expect that kind of a depth of a pullback that has occurred here now. So, but it shouldn't break the resistance here. So the support here. It shouldn't break the support here. But then we're not going to wait until it happens before we say, it has happened. We're going to take our moment and our opportunity to find an exit, because what I'm seeing here, you can't be looking for any reasonable buy because there's a seller pressure now. So how deep it's going to go is what we're going to look into. Now, before I proceed, I want to bring out something. Okay, let me proceed. Let's look at the daily time frame. Looking at the daily time frame, so we can see that from this base, with this kind of daily price action here, tells me this is not just a small correction that is cooking up. The way these are formed to give us, you can see a complete daily bullish candle has been erased at this level. And that tells me the least we can expect now is a deep correction, a zigzag, a double zigzag. That's the least we can expect here. And if price should in any way break the support here, I don't not expect, under no circumstances, if you're still going to push higher, for the price to break the support here. But if price should break the support and break the support here, we are heading down. That is what I can see. We are heading down. But for now, let's deal with this as a double zigzag. So it would be nice if we've been keeping our position right from here and the new one right from this level to exit when this price corrects upwards. So we may have finished an A wave with the way the daily doji appeared here. So we may have finished the A wave the way the daily doji appeared here. And so we're going to correct a wave B and a wave C. So if we do that and install around this area of support or thereabout, this area of support between here and here of support, then we can plan a bullish move. So we might be relinquishing position once this one, corrects upwards. This thing, I don't see it going up to break this top. I do not see, with this formation, this is a bearish move. And this bearish move, the least we can get from it, it's a deep correction. So a double zigzag to come towards this area. Now, how are we going to manage this? Again, this is the 4-hour time frame. This is the 4-hour time frame. The last thing we did, let's look at what we did the last. So this is the last we did last week. We are broken out completely from this wedge. And now we are broken out of this channel. That tells you that the move to the upside here is completely done. So the new height is now here. So this move is completely done. We are done with this move. And so the way the price trusted down means that we are correcting. So what we are going to do, that we are broken out, this is of no use again. What we are going to do is to look at taking this as our new emerging channel. So we're going to take that as our new emerging channel. And the least we can get is a double zigzag. And if anything should violate double zigzag, it's better to think that the structure has changed completely. So this is what we can begin to entertain at the moment. This is what we can begin to entertain. So things are changed, whereby we can say this is where we are now. If I may begin to change this color. If I may begin to change all of that now. So we need to see how we begin to move around this area. So this is the new low, this is the new high, the new low, and this seems to have given us a wave 1 and wave 2, wave 3. So it looks as if we've had a 1 and A, B, C of a 2. Yeah, a 1, A, B, C of a 2, and a 3. And this is a 4. And this looks like a 5. Is the fifth wave, is it complete? I'm not sure if that wave is complete. How would we know if it's complete? We can certainly find out once we break out of here. We might just be doing just trying to finish up the correction here and break out. Once we break out of here, we might be in for the B leg of this wave. And if anything should change within what we know, then we can say that we need to quickly adjust if anything should change. So we are into the fifth wave. The fourth wave has ended somewhere here. The fourth wave seems to have ended somewhere here. And the second wave, ended somewhere here. So that's wave 2 of this move. So for now, we can begin to look at this as a double zigzag in the making. So but we're not going to get stuck to, oh, it can only be double zigzag, X goes up, and this begins to go down as the legs zigzags. But if it breaks the limit of it, then you should know that something has changed. So we should anticipate that structure. This also is out because it has broken out of that. So we're going to deal with this new channel as it's forming. Okay, so let me go inside of one now to look at this structure more clearly. So this is a new structure. That's 2. This is where you can say probably instead of a 1 and a 2 of it, and a 3, a 4, a 5 of it. After a 5 of 1 here, then we can have A, B, and a C, which is like a running flat here. Then we now have with 3, with 4, and we are doing with 5. So that is what I can see. Maybe this might not break beyond. Maybe it won't break beyond, but we need to see what and what is possible here. So we can begin to see this as the end of the third wave, the fourth wave. This might be 1 of 5, 2 of 5, 3 of 5, 4 of 5, kind of. But once we break out of here and we break the top here, definitely we are going up. So this will be a zone. Once we break out of here, then we are correcting B. You must know that. So tendency is still towards the downside, but I need to show us all of this so that we know. Once we break out of here, then we are moving up. For now, this is a place to break, to say that we are going to break this one. So if you touch here, we're going to break on and we are correcting B. So for now, we can still see this as a possible a 1, A, B, probably a 1 here, A, B, and a C of 2. This might just be the second wave. Is this the third wave? We need to see that. So this might be the fourth, and we might be going to do the fourth. But we know that in an ending diagonal, the third wave is not the shortest of all the 3 that's going to go down, 1, 3, and 5. So the 5 can be truncated, so it can still push a bit lower. But as it given the second and the third and the fourth, is this the fourth or the second? So let's look at 15 minutes time frame. Now, looking at the 15 minutes time frame, this is the third wave here, the fourth of 3, the fifth wave of third wave. This is wave 4. And like I've told us, the use of trend line. The use of trend line may help us to know if we are broken out. So if we do this on top of here, which is 1 and 2, maybe ABC, which is here. Okay, so looking at here, this looks like the first move to me. This might be 1, and this might be wave 2. This might be the height of wave 2. So to me, this looks like the height of wave 2. So if we're not getting a new height here, this might be the height of wave 3. So which is not impossible. You can see that it's looking like a double top here, one crest and the other crest, and we are still seeing a bearish price action to the downside. So on the 15-minute time frame, it does look as if we have done a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. This might be the last wave. Now, once we make a lower low, this will now be the new level to break. If we should break this level, then you should now know that we are going up. For now, this remains the last resistance we have to break. So a new resistance has been created here. In fact, I can boldly tell you that this actually had become the new resistance now to be broken. So we should take it that way, that this has become the new resistance to be broken to the upside before we know that we are going up. So this may well be 1 and a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. But if you should have a lower low again, which is the third, then it might just be that. But so far, that's what I can see here for now. That's what I can see for now. So the price may still be pulling a bit lower, maybe to touch this area before going up. So that is what I can see. Now, I haven't said this. So this looks like an ending diagonal of this first part of wave A. I haven't said this. Let me go inside of a 4-hour time frame. We should be looking to exit. Once we break out of here, or ultimately we break out of this structure here, but we are seeing this as a possible ending diagonal now. So price may still be going down, but I don't see that this price is going to go all the way to this point for now. We need to go to correct this upward. So if we tag these as an A, for now, we need to find a B, and we'll need to find a C. And after doing that, if we are on course, we need to spring up. We need to find a C. So are we done with B? With A, we need to finish and break out of structure before we say we are done with A. But for now, this is the low we've gotten, and later maybe we can find a C somewhere around this area. Now, from what we can see here, if price breaks out of here, what do we expect? We expect that price should not break 85.4 to the upside if we are correcting a double zigzag. So this is an area that price should find a resistance if price broke up to the upside. That is an area. So I don't see price breaking the top for now. That's what I'm saying. So we should be looking to exit this game in between what wave 2 had given us and at this point, if I may use purple, that is the zone that we should be looking for exit of. If we have picked a buy, so between 12,120, 12,300 or thereabouts, that is where we should be looking to exit. But once we begin to break, we need to monitor with B to find an exit for our buy order. That is what we need to do. So, but we just still need to break out of this structure. This is the ultimate structure we need to break out from while we are counting down here and winding down here. So that is what we are. So if that now happens, we are telling ourselves that if price should come up here and there's a reaction, which means if it does not pull much lower than we already have, then we should be looking for us to find the second leg of C around this area. So anyhow, it should be in between here and here, these two lines here. So price may not even do more than 10,400 before we begin to move up again. So, but that is still a far cry. So let's see us break out of here first. Now, let's now take an holistic look at what we are dealing with. So let's go inside of a weekly. Taking an holistic look at what we are dealing with inside of a weekly. So I've divided this, the weekly channel. So from here to here, and the midpoint of the channel is where you have the fenestrated green. That's the midpoint of that channel, as you can see. And we're looking at the midpoint and see the price action and the movement of price. Now, price broke out of the midpoint to the upper part here. Price came back and was playing around the middle point. And at some point, price came down to touch the base of it. Price is still wobbling between the first half of that channel. Price is yet to break out. So if price broke out of this or breaks out of this channel, the half of the channel, then we can say that we are back on track with the velocity of wave 3. So not until we break out of here, I won't say that this looks like, oh, wave 3 is still has not gotten the enough momentum that we expect. Maybe we'll see this week, this new week, or the upper week. And if the structure change, we must be ready for that structure change. It's going to change. So we can't gamble and lose our positions anyhow now. So that is what. So how did I come about this? So let me show you something. Because when the strength of what is playing out also is it's clearly seen when you draw your channel, and this is the half of the channel, and the price is still yet to break out of the half of the channels, which means that even though we say we are bullish, the strength we still need to push out here to say yes, we're actually pushing out. We are not even touching it yet. Like here, crisscrossing and eventually broke to the lower side of it. So we still need to touch, crisscross, and break out properly out of it, which has not happened. And so we must be careful. So where we don't now want price to fall to, for us to know that Walatiwa is this. Now look at the base here of the crisscross here, which is, this can form a support here and a resistance here. That's where I put this broken a line here. And where do we also expect support? So we can see support at this level here. For the second one, support here. Then we can see a resistance and a resistance here, support here. So this area of price should not be seen breaking below here. Otherwise, that is loss of a gain that the price or momentum, loss of momentum that price had made so far. So in as much as we'll still see this as an opportunity for price to do a C and now begin to break with voracious venom to the upside. We are anticipating, but it's not a must that it should happen or occur. So we must be ready for anything. And that's what I'm saying. Price broke out of extension here by more than 100, but 123, 120, 27 is here. Price has not gotten here. This is 161.8. Not until we break out of here, we'll say, okay, yes, we have confirmed that now we are now actually pulling into wave 3 proper. Not until we get here. But we are not in control of the market. The structure is what we are following. So we must see transition from one level to another before you say, okay, now this is what they are doing. But for now, what we don't want is a push below this yellow, second yellow to the downside here. We don't want that to happen. So if you look into the daily time frame, let's see. So for now, price has lifted, trying to touch the middle portion of the channels, of the weekly channels. We've not gotten there, and we are getting reactions just before we get there. So it's a bit worrisome. Why should we be having a deep pullback? You know, a deep pullback at a zigzag in the making, for that matter, around this area. So, but of course, we're going to deal with it. Probably move up, get, if it gives us an, as you know, an exit at 61.8, probably we'll take that, you know, relinquish positions of where we probably, what we have here and what we have here, and try to sit around an area where we can catch another move. So because we don't want to lose that game, so let's just relinquish it. I will tell us. So that means you must be very alive, you know, on very alive to on the Telegram to see when I give such instruction. So you must be very alive on Telegram to see when I give such instruction. So the daily time, the 4-hour time frame, well, let me just quickly walk to the 1-hour time frame. So to see what we are doing now. So I've explained a lot. So we are yet, so in between this area, these are where we expect that we are going to actually get out. Price should bounce back. If I may just put a color to it. Let me 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 put a color to it. Oh no. It's not giving what I want. Not getting what I want. Okay. Maybe something like this. Maybe something like that. So didn't even give me what I want. So, but we have an idea of what I'm trying to say. So I'll try to look for what I can use later for that. It didn't actually give me what I want. So I will look for something to put. And now, a recap now. A recap. This is what I said. We have. This is what I said we have. So we've done 1 and 2, ABC of a 2 and a 3, a 4. So we might have seen this as 1. It looks much so like that from the way it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of a 1 and ABC of a 2 on this time frame, and a 3 and ABC of a 4. We might be seeing that we're probably coming down to do a 5th, a 5. But for now, this is where we need price to break for us to know that we are actually going up. This will be a zone for price to break now, just like I said, to know that we are going further up. And that ends today's video. So you can go over it and we'll see how we, exit at this point, which is between 112, 115 and 12, 350 thereabouts. All right.